speakers, I may slam this down. You break it up, I can't afford paper. But anyhow, it reminds me of the times that under the tutorship of the founders, we used to have, I don't know how many speakers up. We all strive to catch on. I noticed that Dr. Brenda Groves was teaching from the chart. I know their first experience in class was all this stuff, looking at charts. And we used to, other people used to call it looking like scrambled eggs. Then as you begin to catch on, then it's self-explanatory. Now I'm going to try to be brief. We have a band rehearsal, and I won't be able to stay for the full length, but Daryl King is staying by, and we get this thing done. Where we were at Thursday,
Yes.
I'll lay another groundwork so that if you view the videotape from it, you don't always have to go back and get a prior tape. But the cardinal point that was made today prior to my having something to say was that what brings condemnation on is when you have now known and you disobey. See, because the former patriarchs, they didn't have condemnation. They didn't have an answer of a clear conscience. But they had those things that they did by faith that sustained them.
That's right.
You see? Now, Lucifer, when he rose up, he knew Elohim.
Yes.
So he fell in a condemned state.
That's right.
You follow? And he will not repent.
No.
Now, somebody had an article I was reading it, and I don't want the speaker to think I was reading an article just to be reading the newspaper and not listening to what was being said. But they had this dispute about marrying, or the Virgin Mary, Jesus.
Right.
And see, all of those things that come to pass. Now you have bishops. I didn't read, I read all of the last couple of paragraphs. But the bishops, they have to declare whether the vision is authentic or not. Now that to me is bold. It's like somebody trying to say, is the vision given to Moses and the rest of John, is it authentic? Now, what their complaint is, listen, that if they cite a vision that is going to take place, the bishop will tell them not to come. You see? And so he's up to create either way. If he tells them not to come, he's in trouble.
Right.
If he tells them to come, the people are worried about their lawn and all those kinds of things being trampled.
Right.
You see?
Right.
So it's really a pathetic situation.
Yes, sir.
Now, when you look at that, you know, I try to be brave, but I look at those kinds of things and I want to cry.
Yes, sir.
You know, how do you get it across that you're fooling or trying to fool with an almighty Yahweh, and you don't have a leg to stand on?
That's right.
Now they said they're not sure whether Mary is abiding in heaven with Jesus or not. Said it's nice to think that, but the bishop can't quite figure it out.
No.
It's something relative to that. Now, I brought that up to let you get some kind of idea once again how blessed you are to know.
That's right.
You see? And we've heard that the founder put in the textbook that in 1950,
Right.
they put Mary in heaven, spirit, soul, and body.
Right. There you
Then
go.
he went on to say in 1 Corinthians 15:50, and this I say, brother,
Go ahead.
flesh and blood shall not enter into the
Yes.
kingdom. Now you would think these bishops or these so-called theologians would know something about that.
Right.
Paul also writes, that body that thou sowest is not that body that shall be.
Right.
You follow? Now whether it's coming in or going out, you don't have nothing to do with it.
Go ahead.
Yahweh had declared it right from the beginning. Now, for you to be able to sit here and comprehend the greatest mystery ever given,
Yes, sir.
and the revelation of it, is a blessing in itself.
That's
Yes,
right.
You know? Now, you may not be aware of it because of your so-called lifestyle or things that you're into. But people in a religious minded, they search all of their lives and never come to a true understanding. You know? And many people, as the founder said, would give up in just total despair.
That's right.
And that's how atheists and agnostics and all of them come into being. Because nobody is able to prove
Right.
the divine authenticity of what they're teaching.
Right.
See?
That's right.
You follow? Now, in the moderation, you have come to find out that the thing that is done is Yahweh himself is instituted.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And or setting into motion a purpose. You see? Now, I've stepped backwards into the cloud and say, since you were not there, or knowledgeable of being there, more correct,
Yeah.
you see? And then you were one with him
Yes.
in that state. You follow me?
Yes, sir.
So then, but you didn't know the purpose, you see, that you had part with in declaring what you be.
Go ahead, Dad.
Get it now?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, he didn't hold you accountable.
All right.
You follow?
That's right.
He said, I declared I will carry it out.
Right.
You get it now?
Yes, sir.
Now, when Pentecost came to the Hebrews, the works were finished.
Yes, sir.
All right.
You see?
Yes, sir.
When you found out, the works were finished.
Yes, sir.
You see that? Now, to me, that's great. There's nothing to do
That's right.
but to believe that he is in you.
That's
Yes.
right.
Now, I said it this way also. He didn't say just read this Bible and come to the conclusion, I'm in you.
Come on.
That's not going to work.
That's right, sir.
If it worked that way, you wouldn't have the difference of opinions called Christianity and other modes of belief in the world.
All right.
Because we're always reading the self-same thing. Now you've got another problem. You've got people that call themselves rewriting
Right.
the Bible to make it much plainer, and the more they fool with it, the more confusing it is.
That's right.
All right.
You see? Now, if after the day of Pentecost, I'm picking it up, then he revealed, or let me say this for a second. See, all these types and shadows, a man and a woman is a type and shadow.
Yes, sir.
The whole universe in its sum total is a type and a shadow. It's a parabolic expression.
That's right.
Now, when I say it's a true type and a shadow, then we use a parable or a way of explaining. If you follow my shadow that I'm casting, it will lead you to me.
Right.
You follow? So then the types and shadows led you directly to the Messiah.
That's right.
You get it?
Yes, sir.
Now listen, when you found him out this way,
Come on.
you see, you can't stop there.
That's right.
You see? If he rose and went on back into the heaven,
Yes.
then you must follow him all the way back in. And that's following him all the way.
That's right.
You see? So then we having followed him all the way. You get it now?
Come on.
Then we're not looking for him to come back and get us because we followed him all the way in.
That's right.
You see?
Yes, sir.
Sometimes some things in these Bibles are clear, even without an understanding. That it would do more to confuse you than to call yourself being confirmed in something. Now, Baptist people, they're about water Baptist folk. See, you read that John truly baptized in water.
Yes.
You can read it.
Yes, sir.
But there's one that comes after me,
Right.
that shall not baptize.
Yes.
Then you go read where the instructions by the apostles, Paul said he was not sent.
That's right.
Nobody, see, we don't read.
Go ahead.
Then when you come to a class like this, you see, for the first time, you're thrown off balance.
Right.
You see, because the things you've been taught and rooted up and grounded, you see, from your youth up. You see? And we're not, it takes a knowledge to be able to withstand something.
That's right.
You know what I mean when I say that? In other words, here's, like, all of you are my neighbors, we'll put it. I mean, we live right across the street, right next door, all of you my neighbors. And now since I'm on the street, then I don't believe there's nothing y'all talking about.
Come on.
I mean, like join church, this or that, get baptized, or whatever. You see? And let's say, for instance, you're in all different churches in the neighborhood. But see, now I don't want to offend you. You see?
Yes.
Then you don't want to offend me. So we talk about everything else but church.
Right.
You get it? Because you don't have no way to prove to me what you're talking about.
Come on.
Other than fellowship with the brethren.
Right.
You see? And I don't have no way to prove to you that I don't believe nothing you're talking about.
Go on, Dad.
So then what it boils down to, we just go along as sitting ducks. You understand? For Satan to come and fool us at will. You get it now? Now, listen, when you don't know, Satan doesn't really fool with you.
Teach, Dad.
Because you're dead
That's right.
and you don't know.
That's right.
But it's after Yahweh says, come unto me.
Now.
And begins to open your eyes. Then all hell seems to break loose.
That's right.
See? I've heard people say over the years, I was doing fine I got in that class. You see? You follow? That's what they begin to say. Something I had it made, I start going to class. You see? Well, you didn't catch on to what was being taught. You see? Yahweh has never taken something away from you. You see? In other words, this is what I would like to try to convey. If I was a businessman, and I learned this, I've become a more excellent businessman.
Right.
You see?
Yeah.
You follow me? It wouldn't disrupt my business.
Right.
You see?
Right.
You follow me? If I was whatever, you see? Because all vocations are of Yahweh.
Right.
Yeah? Everything fits in His purpose. So you should become better at it.
Right.
You see? But what we try to do is take this and flout it over one another. And we're not mindful of what we've previously done and keep that going like we keep our knowledge going. Then when it fails, then you turn around and blame the school for it.
Right.
Now we've got one that left and said Yahweh is to blame for all his problems. You see? And let me put it in a true divine sense of the word. He is.
Right.
Teach.
You see? The one you know, he is. You get it now? Because you won't be obedient.
Right.
Now the same goodness when you won't be obedient becomes bad to you. You follow?
Right.
But to accuse him is a dangerous thing.
Right.
And the Messiah and the apostle said, which one of you were able to convict me of sin?
Right.
You see? You may say, I'm this and I'm no good, but you can't prove it. In other words, you can't convict me
Right.
just on your say-so.
That's right.
You get it? The founder used to put it this way, you don't even want to call the Pope a bastard unless you can prove it.
All right.
You see?
That's right.
And not that we delight in calling nobody a bastard.
Right.
No.
That is, you understand, we don't live in that bastardly state of mind. You get it now? So there is therefore now no more the condemnation to them that are in the Messiah. Now listen, other schools are talking about in the Messiah, are you listening now? As being in Yahshua.
Yes.
Forget it.
Right.
Teach. That's right.
Yahshua was not in Yahshua.
Teach.
Right.
You see?
All right.
Yahshua was Yahweh Elohim made manifest.
That's right.
Now what we want to find out, what was in him.
Right.
You get it now? And he said while he walked around looking at you, like you and I, he said that I've said it a lot of times. Why? He said, dead. Dead. said, if I just believe I touch it, God, it's because of thy faith. Woman immediately, you know? Now you got this boldness to say, I of my own self can do nothing.
Right.
Then who is this? We looked right at you and saw you do that.
Yes.
You get it now? Now that's what the people are looking at for salvation, Yahshua. You get it now? And they don't know who he really is.
Right.
Right.
That's right.
You see? Now I had you read it the other night. Now, I'm going to read it again. First, I think it's 1 Timothy. Without argument,
Oh, boy.
That's it. Right.
without controversy. Now this is an idea in our Bibles too. You get it? When they come and arguing and fussing with me.
That's right.
Yahshua did. Well, I don't see no problem in accepting Yahshua because that's the name he chose. Hey, I don't have no argument with Yahshua.
Right.
But the problem is, I know who he was. He certainly wasn't this.
That's
All
right.
right.
That's right.
Right.
You see? Now, I said it before, and he said, I of my own self can do nothing.
That's right.
And I just saw you do that. What do you mean you can't do that?
All right.
He said, the Father.
Yes.
Now, that's what we want.
That's right.
That's what the Father said. Once we become cognizant of what is in us, then and only then can we do the same miracles or perform the same miracles as did the apostles.
All right.
You see?
Yes. That's true.
I'm not, this is not a thought. Well, we can't get you to come to class at the same time.
Speak.
Somebody's always strolling in whenever.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And it's become a habit. So you talking about me? Are you guilty?
Speak.
You see? But we all know that when they had to be in the upper room.
Right.
You see? At 9 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Well, you just didn't get in.
That's all right.
Somebody, you mean they couldn't have went in at 9:30? Don't you know a vision and revelation is going on?
That's right. You don't want this.
Now, how do you know that? You think anybody got in after it started raining
All right.
in the ark?
Teach that.
You follow me? Young Noah closed the door.
That's right.
You see?
Yes, sir.
See, but now this is what I'm talking about. When you see and know, then you should walk accordingly.
That's right.
You see?
Yes.
You follow? Not take, well, to me, it looks like you just came because we asked you to come.
Speak.
Then you're here after the first meeting, by the time I get on the floor, you know?
Yes, sir.
You follow? Then what can I say to you to wake you up?
Right.
Come on, Daddy.
What can I say to you? Let me tell you about me. When I first called on, I've been wide awake ever since.
Yes, sir. That's right. Yes, sir.
Now what I mean by what? I wanted to hear. In fact, Betty and Joyce would know. They used to get at me because that's right. That's right. And they used to say, can't hear nobody's mouth but yours. I was having a ball. I mean, I enjoy it. You see, and a lot of times when I'm saying, that's right, it's something I already knew long before the people's up teaching me.
Yes, sir.
But I also knew if the resurrection was still going
Come
on
on.
and people were coming to it, I delighted in seeing that they knew.
That's right.
That's just one more we got to talk to.
That's
Right.
right.
Because I heard somebody say, yeah, I get tired of all time, guys. I get tired of that. Hey, there was a time when you thought they were nothing like them.
That's right.
You see? How did that become old? And I've encouraged all of you, don't get up here as speakers and say,
Right.
well, they know that.
Speak.
Trying to find something new. Ain't nothing new.
That's right,
So,
That's right.
and if Yahweh moves you to go through these types of challenges, He's telling you somebody ain't caught on.
All right.
You get it now?
Yes.
Never be ashamed of the testimony that you have to give. Now, let's say, brother, some of us are high-minded. We don't want to hear about something you're going to say. You follow?
Okay.
Damn that one. Because whatever you think you know, all spiritual, you had to use this to get there.
That's right. That's right.
That's where Yahweh purposed you to come.
That's right.
You see? You follow? So a lot of times there's a lot of things, even that's why you don't see much more painted. Because we be now on painting the charts.
Right.
You on painting the event. But these are enough highlights and enough put together that you can go on and understand things that are not painted on the chart.
That's right.
Very good.
And I've seen them go down through the 40 play chart and not miss a beat, but when it came to finding the principle.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they get up in 25 minutes, go down 40 play chart. You see? And the time I was called on, because the founder asked us all to do it, that he might see we knew it. I didn't get past this place here.
I hear you.
I mean, this is where I started, and I didn't get that in the 45 minutes I had to speak.
Yes, sir.
You know why? Because unless you go into this right, you can just forget the other.
That's right. Go ahead.
See? Now this is the place of the vision.
All right.
You see? And then you go back.
All right.
And that's what Yahweh did. And Adam and Eve, and down the line, you talk about, and Yahweh gave them a vision of what?
See.
See, you didn't already said all this. Now what are you talking about? Do you understand the principle of what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's no better way to do something other than the way Yahweh's already done it. You got it? So, I repeat, there's that now, no more condemnation. I'm explaining, Brenda said it today. What brings on condemnation? Now, there's some of us here that can tell you about that. Even I can tell you about that. And I've told you about it. One time I came home from work,
Right.
and I didn't want to go to Columbus. And that was 45 miles on 2-lane highway. There's nothing. Expressway.
That's right.
And you went through a bunch of little cities.
Yeah.
You follow?
Yeah.
And there was always cops, you know. Like from one block to the 35, when you come in 65, and then
Right.
the next block, 55, 40, they caught you.
Yes.
They got where, after the founder, they just got me, state patrol just said, they got what they knew.
Yes.
But as soon as they give me a ticket, I said, thank you, sir. Shoot. Right on. And I wasn't defined law. I had to get a certain place and certain time.
All right.
And I did not have time for food the way they were talking.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I had a whole convoy following me.
Yes.
You know, we were coming from Columbus going to Cincinnati on 2-lane highway. About 10, 12 cars following me. I'm the lead cop.
Yes, sir. You on your
So I looked up the rear view.
yeah.
Cops pulling over everybody.
Teach.
Now I'm so far ahead, they ain't caught yet. But I looked up, and you know what I did? I pulled over and backed up,
Yes.
and before he could write the first ticket,
Yes.
I said, "Officer, all these people are following me."
Yes.
And they would sit aside and they, would you please give me the ticket? He said, that's one I ain't never heard. So I never heard that one. He said, if they are following you, all of them said, yeah, we found him in the Bible.
Go ahead.
He said, since they're following you, slow down.
Right.
You see, he said, I'm going to let you go just because you was honest. You slow down. If all you people follow you, what do you want to do, kill them all? I said, yes, sir.
I hear you there.
See, I'm saying I believe
Yes.
what I'm talking about.
Right.
You see?
That's true.
And I went down and they were following me. I didn't go lie to them. I said, they're following me. Give me the ticket.
That's right. We posted.
You get it, man? But I was so far in front of it, you know, when they start pulling over, you know, I had to almost look around the bend to see. See? But do you understand? I'm not talking about the cops. I'm talking about being honest
Right. That's right.
and doing the right thing. It'll work out.
That's
See,
right.
this is the law of the spirit of life in me speaking to the law.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Right.
So therefore, now we'll come to them. Now going down to where we, approximately where we left off. I got some more I want to add to it.
No, we're past
You That's what's said today. That you're righteous. You see? Now, all you got to think within yourself, are you fulfilling righteousness? You see? You go home from here, and you can't get along with each other. You go where you want to. I'm damn not. Or just flat out don't say nothing. Are you fulfilling the righteousness?
I think we got first two.
No. Oh yeah. 3:16.
I know it, I had my hand on it, but I
Read it.
didn't call it, so I didn't.
Thank you, son. I eventually came back to it.
I know, that's why I'm
Yes.
saying it. First Timothy 3:16. And without controversy, great is the mystery of righteousness.
See that?
Yahweh was manifested
Now
in the
listen,
flesh.
this is no small mystery. It's great.
Right.
All right.
It's the power. Let me try to put it in some more other words. Other than say it's the power raising man. It's the power to consume this.
Right.
You see? Mortal body on into immortal. That's what kind of power it's got. That's the power of righteousness has got.
Go ahead.
Now once you learn something right, now let me show you how you understand it. When you talk about power, you're not talking about strength and mental strength.
Right.
You see? Once your teacher told you 1 and 1 was 2, and you
Right.
learned it, that's power.
Right.
It stayed with you the rest of your life.
Right.
It has kept you from getting cheated.
Right.
You see? It has kept you from cheating.
Uh-huh.
Because somebody else knows what 1 and 1 is too. You see that? So just being in it is the power.
Right.
You see? Because I mean, when Yahshua did certain things, he didn't have to say, peace! Peace! I mean, like he's busting up. Peace, be still.
All right.
Power. You get it now? Other times, you know, the scripture said he'd be led to the slaughter dome. You follow?
Yeah.
Before the spirit opened out his mouth.
Right.
All right.
Pontius Pilate and others got, answer me, where? I don't you, I got the power. Put. I mean, his quietness, you know what I'm saying, caused them to become raging wolves. You see? When he's crucified, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to get you. What's your name? You the one who drove the nails in, what? What's your name? Well, wait till I raise her, then I'm going to eat you. And I try to say those kind of things to let you know the power was in him being obedient.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get it now?
Yes.
And you take that same spirit and win people with it.
That's right.
Let's do it.
You see, that's what it isn't how much you know. You see, or how little you know. It's whatever you know that it has power with it.
That's great.
Now this fits everybody. We all say this is the only true doctrine in the world.
Right.
This, well, what kind of power does it have?
Ah.
Come on.
I might go to class. Or if I do, I just go home. And I know there's all kinds of situations that you can tell. I'm aware of human situations. Well, I have to wait till this one gets home with the car, and I have to get this one ready. Whatever. I know all that.
Right.
You see? But then you stop and think, when the universal revelation comes, will that same thing work? You see? If it won't work there, then maybe you will be used to it now. And follow it. Okay? You get it now? We know people in this class that try to get up at a certain time. Alarm clocks go off. They sleep all the way through. But when it comes to being awake and into something, we can't get you to go to sleep.
Right.
You get it now? You follow? We just lazy. We get up, we got to go through several cosmetic bags. You know what I mean? It costs you almost $15 or $20 to get out the house. I mean, heat up the curling iron, this, that, take a bath, that, this, that, you see what I mean? To set your hair at night, it bothers my head. Right? I'm just trying to show you all the excuses that you give. You see? Now, if you give yourself those kind of excuses, then when you're talking to somebody about the doctor, they're going to give it back to you. But when you won't permit yourself to give no excuses, then you're in a position, you see, not to have to accept it anymore like that. You got my principle on it? Read it.
We left at the 11th chapter, 11th verse.
No, before Michael Zinsen gets on me again.
Okay. 1 Timothy 3:16. And without controversy, great is the mystery of righteousness.
See that? Great is the mystery of righteousness. Great.
Yahweh was manifested in the flesh.
Oh, wait a minute now. Was. Get it? He's not in the flesh no more. You get it? What's this? Some more you don't understand. You see? Now why? If he's in you, you've already written, this is dead.
Right.
See? Because every time he's resurrected in you, he consumes one of these.
All right, man. Yes.
You see? Listen, let me try to say this to you. What he consumed in the grave was the grave.
See,
Though the hole was still there.
right, right. Yes, he did.
This was the grave.
Right.
All right.
You get it now? And I told you before, as the prophet Isaiah said, hell is moved from beneath.
Yes.
You get it now? That is, after Adam went down to the back of the vessel, that was done away. You see? Yahshua came in and proved. You see? Now, what you're striving for now, you see, is to free men out of the grave or out of the prison.
Right.
You get it now? But he will not come out till something is consumed.
Yes. Yes.
See, because he's going to come out, never to go back.
All right.
Does everybody understand that?
That is good.
Draw down some more, man.
Huh?
Draw down some more.
Okay. You can't be spiritual and carnal.
Right.
Right.
You see? You can, well, Yahweh don't, but. See, you're going in and out. In and out. You follow? But that's not, well, if he's in you, this is dead. It's consumed. And Paul says it this way, I live. Like you look at me. I live, not I. But Elohim in me. He lived. You see? Now that's what Brigham was saying about the founder. He told us, from this day forward, I'll never be the same no more. If you didn't meet me before June 6, 9 o'clock in the morning, in the year 1930, you never had a chance to meet me. And yet still,
Right.
Gilly, how are you today? You see? See the mystery?
Yeah.
You see? Somebody said, well, I'm not going to believe until Yahweh tells me himself. And you stand around and tell him.
Right.
Never would suspect. That's what that
Right.
is. You see? Read it. I ain't getting nowhere. Read it.
And without controversy, great is the mystery of righteousness.
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh was manifested in the flesh.
See what? You get it now? Now you read over here, but you're not in the flesh. They chapter. You get it now? Now what do you, I've already explained. When you say in the flesh, you don't have fleshly thought.
Right.
Primarily, or concerning, where Yahweh is. What his purpose is. You know what I mean when I say that? Christians who think Jesus is coming back after.
Right.
You don't think that.
Right.
Or do you?
Come on now, Dad.
Wrong with me, man.
Do you?
No.
He's justified in the Spirit. Now, what do you mean with justified? See, whatever he purposed, he was justified. Now, what justified him was everything he did was to point him out,
Right.
that you might know. That's
Right.
just. Get it? Read.
Seen of angels.
Seen of angels. Now, angels seen. You get it now? Read on.
Preached unto the Gentiles.
Preach unto the Gentiles. Now, wait a minute. You got a problem. If you listen. This law, prophet was given to who? Hebrews and what?
Hebrews only.
Then when did he preach to the Gentiles? You see? He preached to the Gentiles long before Hebrews came into being.
Right. Right. Right.
You see? That's what Adam was.
Right.
A Gentile.
Right.
You get it? You follow me? Because the nations didn't come into being till after Abraham. It was his two sons. Abraham himself was not a Hebrew. But his offspring set it up. You get it? And it comes to that division with Sarah. Just like that division came in the garden with Eve.
All right.
Believed on in the world.
Somebody believed.
Right.
You see? Just like we believe. We believe that he accomplished the work. That means why we ain't going to do nothing. As far as physical worship.
Right.
Read.
Received up in glory.
And received up in the glory. Got it now? But the cardinal point here, that was Yahweh himself. Get it now? Not Yahshua.
Right.
You see? Not Elohim only. You follow me? But the supernal nature
Right.
of him bodily. You get it now? But see, Elohim could not be, nor Yahshua, had not the Father declared it.
Right.
You get it now? See, and every time you read something, and it's salvation is through his Son. You see? They understand the unity. And when they say the salvation is in the Son, you follow me? They know what they're talking about. Just like you now know what they're talking about.
Right.
You get it now? Christendom is still thinking without God had a little boy and sent him to earth named Jesus. Let's go. Go back.
8th chapter of Romans, picking it up at the 9th verse. Pick up the thought. But ye are not in the flesh,
See that?
but in the spirit.
You see it now? Do you really understand that? Look, let me put, this is where, let me draw it. This is where it was perfect.
Okay.
You get it? In this Yahweh spirit. You want to know him? Then you have to be there.
Right.
You see? And he provided a way to take you out of the flesh through his own death, burial, and resurrection.
Right.
Right.
Get it? So now you're not in the flesh, though it may appear. You understand that you are. You have on a fleshly body.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Read on.
If so be that the Spirit of Yahweh dwell in you.
See, now if you're not aware of where you're at, by his spirit, you don't know where you're at. Kind of like double talk. But read on. I'm after something down in here.
Now if any man have not the Spirit of the Messiah, he is none of his.
See that we explained that,
Right.
right? Do you remember what how I told you? Even the son of perdition belongs to him.
Right.
But he's not a son under righteousness or
Right.
salvation.
Right.
But even the son of perdition belongs to him. You understand? Read.
And if the Messiah be in you, the body is dead because of sin.
Get it now?
Yeah.
Now look, let me say this. Argument, we've already read. Disputation, you see? What we have to learn to do is sit down and be able to show one another something in peace.
Right.
See, if I want to show you something, I don't want to argue with you about it.
Right.
Well, God, can't you idiot? I don't want to talk about it. No, I don't want to see because of this, that. Oh, see? Well, just do it if I teach you that way in love, that's how you'll receive it.
Right.
See, I don't want to have to beat you up about nothing.
That's right.
You get it now? In fact, I refuse to do it.
That's right.
See, although sometimes you may feel like that's what I'm doing. Read.
And if the Messiah be in you, the body is dead because of sin,
Mm-hmm.
but the Spirit is life because of righteousness.
See that?
But if the Spirit of Him that raised the Messiah from the dead dwell in you,
See that? Now we got into that. See? And here it is here. Now this is not mine. This is what founded it. Here's the Father. This was in you. So he said, if this was in you, Yahweh would likewise raise you from the dead.
Yes.
Get it now?
Yes.
That to me is simple. I don't get hung up with this.
Right.
You see? And I know this is in there.
All right.
Right.
But this is the mystery locked up, man.
Right.
Yes.
Get it now? You got to get past this.
Right.
Let me show you. The world that was supposed to be so religious thought when they got rid of this,
Yes.
they got rid of Yahweh.
That's right.
And yeah, right.
That's right.
They did. You understand? All they did was release him
Yes.
Right.
that he might go on back to being all alone.
Right.
Free quickly.
He that raised up the Messiah from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by His Spirit that dwell in you.
Right.
Are you listening now?
Yeah.
Read that again.
If He, what is in the middle of this? Okay.
That's it.
He that raised up the Messiah from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by His Spirit that dwelleth in you.
See that? Now, that's not the spirit of Yahshua.
Right.
Right.
That's the spirit of the Father. You
Right.
get it now?
Yes.
You get it now? Read.
Therefore, brethren, we are not debtors, Therefore, brethren, we are debtors, not to the flesh, to live after the flesh.
See that?
That's right.
Since you're not in the flesh, why should you have any debt to fulfill it? Read.
For if ye lived after the flesh, ye shall die.
That's right.
Case closed. Read.
But if ye through the Spirit do mortify the deeds of the body,
See that? Through the Spirit, you see, it'll put to death the evil workings of a carnal mind.
Right.
Read.
ye shall live.
You shall live.
Right.
Yes.
You see? Read.
For as many as are led by the Spirit of Yahweh,
Uh-huh.
they are the sons of Yahweh.
Read on.
Right.
For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear.
See that? You haven't received that.
Right.
You follow me? Yahweh has not taught you no spirit of bondage and under fear.
Right.
If you don't help build the tabernacle for God, He's going to deal. Ain't nobody got that. Is that?
Right.
Read on.
But ye have received the spirit of adoption,
See that?
Right.
Read on.
whereby we cry, Father, my
Right.
All
Father.
right.
Right.
The Spirit itself bear witness with our
Now,
spirit.
that's the great part to me. See, when you say something, or when something is taught, the Spirit in you bears witness that whoever's up speaking is bearing witness.
Right.
See? And that spiritual operation of the tabernacle is going on.
Come on.
You see that now?
Yes.
When you speak and I speak,
Yes.
Elohim, that, you understand, is appearing between us. You follow?
Go ahead, Dan.
Yes, sir.
That's the true function of it. Read on, quickly.
The Spirit itself bear witness
See,
with our spirit.
not Joseph Bell himself
Right.
and whoever.
Right.
Get it now? Not Gary or Barry. You see? It's the Spirit itself. Get these things straight. You follow me? Listen, I was like this man talking about the mayor, and he looked like a fool if he don't go on. See, I know Glenn Kinley does not control air or the weather conditions.
All right.
You see? Then why is it that I can say it will go around
Yes.
and it doesn't?
Right. Go ahead.
You follow? And it wasn't something, listen,
All right.
let me let you in another clue.
Thank you.
What you prophesied to come to pass has already in another time
Uh-huh.
Glenda said down here, because it's a reflect of something that's already happened.
Very good. Very good. All right. Yes, sir.
Now that's how acute you're going to have to be aware of what you're into. Get it now? Because Glenn W. Kennedy would never say, you'll have to go around me. Who in the hell are you? Did everybody understand that? See, it's like people in politics, they say, well, we notice, after keeping record, that from the president, every 20 years, a president is assassinated.
Come on.
You see? Then when it falls that 20-year time period, then they'll start warning us, don't go. They tried to warn JFK not to go. It wasn't that they knew anything about the scripture. You follow? What they understood was coming down from our first president, the assassination that's taking place, you see, they can even tell you every 15 to 20 years there's a warfare. There's records like that. Get it? That's worldly record. That's not divine signature. Get it now? Does everybody follow at least the principle of what I'm trying to say? Read, okay.
The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of
See
Yahweh.
that? You get it now? Now the children, you know, it's like a child. My dad this, my dad that, my dad as a child. Right?
That's right.
And some kids, you know, I just want to say, my dad can whip your dad. He just don't think it, you know, nothing can happen to his dad. His dad's the baddest one in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand? No, but that's where a child speaks about his father.
Right.
Now, when we know the Father, then the Spirit is witnessing that we are His children.
Right.
See? Why? Because the child has in it the same thing that the Father has.
Right.
Read. I didn't.
And if children, then heirs,
See that?
heirs of Yahweh,
See? Oh.
and joint heirs with
See,
the
whatever Yahweh got, you got it.
That's right.
You follow? Read.
and joint heirs with the Messiah,
See that?
if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also
Now, what is the
glorified.
suffering? You see? It's not going out here being destitute, this, that, and the other. The suffering is, did you catch on to that? Let me see if I, well now, so, now, let's go back here. Now you see, that's the suffering. You see? You don't mean going hungry and ain't got no shoes. You follow?
You. All right.
You get it now? Or because you don't have a job, you suffering. You follow? You have a right mind. If you had this spirit, and you go anywhere in the world, do anything you want. And there will be always somebody with the same spirit that's willing to help you accomplish.
Yes.
Okay? Read on.
For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Read on. See that? Well, what's going to be revealed in it?
For the earnest, oh, I'm sorry.
The same one that they saw on the top of the mountain.
Right.
The same one that appeared to them on the day of Pentecost. That's the glory that shall be revealed in you. And that shall take place shortly, you understand? Before you cross over and appear with him in that state of immortality.
All right. Yes.
Bring vengeance on all those that know that. See? So I wouldn't be slothful in doing it. Me, because that's my thing. Read.
For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the Son.
Now why? Let's get into some of what I want. Now here is the creature from Adam down.
Yes.
See?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Even here. When you watch the heaven.
Yes.
So that's the creature is expecting, you see? But he's always done this.
Right.
You follow me? Now, stand up, Ricky, and look up. Now you expected me, and every time this is what I do.
That's it.
See? Get it now? That's what he's done every time. Right. You get it? When you least expect, he walks up and introduces himself. You follow? Yes. All the way down, they've been looking for him. And I can say that about it. You've been looking for me. Right. Here I am.
Right.
You get it? Right. But prior to then, all of us are.
Right. That's right. That's right.
He's going to come down through the clouds and get it. Right. You see? Just walks right up on you. And then we get close to that. The walking that you go on.
Right.
Get it now? It has never ever ceased to call me.
Right.
Read.
For the creature was made subject to vanity.
See that? Now you were made that way.
Come on.
Somebody said, well, I'm vain. No, not on your own.
Right. It's not even that.
Because that's Yahweh brought it in, you couldn't choose it. Read.
For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly,
Not willingly,
but by reason of him
by reason of Yahweh,
who had subjected the
that's
same
subjected to it.
in hope.
Now, if he's subjected to it, then he'll surely take you out of it.
Right.
Get it now? There's no more than he took him in bondage, but he said, I will take you out. You see? You get it now? So you're subject to vanity, so that once you come to reality, you got both sides of it. Read quickly.
But by reason of him who has subjected the same in hope.
See that? Read.
Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption.
See that? Now look, folks, this is what I'm trying to say. That's got to take place now. Or that has had to take place in the man ever since Pentecost. You see? Read it again.
Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption unto the glorious liberty of the children of Yahweh.
You get it now? Say the creature, I'm trying to portray, I'm not talking about you now, eventually.
Right.
You see? Shall be delivered from corruption.
No, you're talking, man.
I'm talking about now.
Yes.
Once the gospel is preached, you've been delivered from corruption.
Yes.
And let me go back. Corruption is a connotation, a carnal connotation, or understanding, so-called, of what the purpose of Yahweh is.
Right.
Get it? And you can't say you haven't been delivered from that.
Right.
You see? Now, if you've been delivered from it, then you're beginning to take on immortality.
Right. That's right.
One of these days, I'm going to break this thing down and show you how you can calculate the time
All right.
as to why it did not go up to 6 days.
All right.
That statement probably won't make sense because I'm not attempting to try to explain. I'll do it this way. I don't want to confuse anybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See? Well, now this one, put this up because this is the heaven. You get it? You get the veils in what you're looking at, or according to the veil.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
But now here's Adam on the 6th day. You follow? And we're not going to make it to that.
Come on, Dad.
You see? So something's got to happen in the fulfillment. You see? To keep you from having to come down to this.
Go ahead.
Do you understand me now?
The days have to be cut short, right?
Yeah, not only that, but I'm saying something took place. You see? That you don't come down to the 6th day. You follow? Well, let me just say, Adam didn't come down from 1 day to the 6th day with a carnal mind.
Right.
Oh, that's right.
He didn't, I'll repeat it. Adam did not come all the way through here with a carnal mind.
That's right.
You see? So that in that he didn't, see, if you bring this down, something happened.
Right. Right.
You see? In this, on the day of Pentecost, it got you past it.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Get it? You were translated here, not here. presenting the proof. You see? That's how they got mixed up in the chronology and took the 33 years over here in order to deceive you about what this is over here. Read.
For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain until now.
See that? The whole world, not just you.
That's right.
Mother Earth, the sun, the stars, the universe, they're just as tired as you are.
Teach that.
In fact, you get tired because they're tired. Read.
But not only they, but ourselves also.
See that? You follow? Now you go out there and look at the sun, it's hot. The sun can't be dark. Yes, it is. You see? What is it tired of? You not catching on who you are. You see, because until you do, it has to remain.
Yes.
Oh. Read.
And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves grown within ourselves, waiting for the adoption to wit the
I told you the
redemption.
other night, that's all you waiting for. Everything else has been done. In fact, even this has been done, if you've understood. By the preaching of the gospel, you witness. You see? You follow me? And listen, you also got translated without even seeing that.
All right.
That's right. That's right.
All
You
right.
have to stay with me.
Yes.
When I say come to class, please come.
Yes.
See, I'm not up here trying to pass away, make up something for an hour or two.
Right.
I'm trying to get you to see something that is real.
Right.
You see? Then you stop fumbling. You see? Read. See, now here's what I said. I said it both ways. I'm aware of what I said. I said, the other night, that's all you're waiting for, is to wit. I said that the other night.
Right.
I know I said it. But I'm saying, I got you there now. What I'm trying to get you to see, it was done and you didn't even see it.
That's right.
All right.
Now, because I'm bringing into play another thing now. Yahshua died and was buried, you understand? Follow? And raised from the dead without seeing corruption.
Right.
Right.
Get it now?
Yes, sir.
And when you caught on to the doctrine, you weren't even aware of all that you had in you that
Right.
could have come forth.
All
That's
right.
right.
But the doctor
Yes.
cut it off.
All right.
You get it now?
Go ahead, man.
Very good.
You see? You all right, Anthony? Okay. Read.
For we are saved by hope.
Bill.
You said that fifth day, that means typified by the angels taking place.
That's right. It's Pentecost.
Yes.
You see? That's right. That's what Pentecost was about. It was. Pentecost means what?
Rest.
Rest. See? Well, he's done the work. Then what's my job? Learn them.
Yes.
See? Where? On earth? He ain't explaining that to no earthly vessel. No, forget that one. Flesh and blood shall not enter him.
Right.
He ain't explaining nothing. You see, that's why he walk around and he said, can't you see? Finally said, no, he can't see, he's drunk.
Go ahead, Dad.
And he tightened it up and said, there's a satanic spirit sitting in that body. It ain't gonna never see. You keep looking at this.
Yes.
And Marie's a cute little woman. Oh, I just wish she could see. You know what I'm saying? But she may be a cute little woman with a, I don't know how many demons that experience sitting up in there. Get it up? Not that she is now. I'm going to clarify that. In other words, there, finally say this. How many was a third of the host that was cast out of heaven? You see? There's enough bodies on earth. You see? So he has to double up.
All
Sevenfold. See, and these things that rub you the wrong way, see, that's likened unto one of them satanic spirits.
That's right.
right. All right.
I love my butt. See? I love my wife. Yahweh, Lord. Damn. You kidding now? When you said damn, that's an evil spirit that's preventing you from being completely pure with it.
Right.
You see? You see? And some devils, you see, we want to say, but damn, are imps.
Right.
So they seem insignificant. Because there's some imps that Satan deceived, that just imps, they ain't never caught on that they've been deceived.
Right.
They just hop along with their part and show you go. And I've seen them in the demon. I have. The word of the last speaker was, they agree with that. In Oakland, this was not Yahweh on the cross. Why? Nobody can crucify Yahweh. Right! I mean, a whole cloud. I mean, hey, something deep. Deep, real deep. You know what I mean? So when they called on me next, and I couldn't get started in the discourse, but I couldn't get it up. That's what Get it up? And I went on to say, no, he could not be crucified unless he permitted. And that's where he permitted. Then the whole crowd, hey! Not over him. Then the fellow that followed me knocked me all in the head. They was with him. That was Robert Harris. And the face stick was that. And whatever's in the back. I mean, real nice. How do you know that? Man, that was, hey! That's imps, man. I ain't know what an imp is.
For we are saved by
Just
hope.
toss to and fro. Whatever the last word was, he go along with that. It's like Mom made me say, hey man, my wife died. What you do call the undertaker, the mortician, or the hospital? He said, man, you all free. Ain't taking no chances. That's what imps are. They go along with everybody. They ain't taking no chances. They for fear somebody may be right. Read.
For we are saved by hope.
See, we're saved by hope. See, read.
But hope that is seen is not hope.
See that? Now you haven't seen the universal revelation. You see? But the evidence presents it through hope. Get it now? Read.
For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for?
Read on.
But if we hope for that we see not,
Uh-huh.
then do we with patience wait for it.
Wait for it. Read on.
Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities.
See that? Yahweh's not gone off and left you.
No.
All right.
You see, it's what Brendan was saying, I'm pretty sure. Turn within.
Yeah.
Listen to one another. You see? And this class, I'm telling you now, had a bad habit of arriving in class in California when you thought I was on the floor.
That's right.
And I'm talking